It's Bronzebird here with another video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you. So really quickly, this has been on my mind lately. This is a video I probably did before, but I definitely want to get back to this topic if I haven't already. Um, I think us as men need to have a very forward conversation about domestic violence, especially against women. And I know in our society, we have a lot of pent up anger, a lot of pent up stuff that we're dealing with, but I definitely think it's very important for us to really come into terms on how we treat our couples when it comes to things and to really be better on how we are towards our significant other to avoid situations of becoming violent and all these different things. If you can't deal with rejection, being where I'm from, guys will do the most extreme things to women when it comes to being rejected by a woman, like, physically attacking her or insulting her because they got played or because a woman declined his offer for wanting to get her phone number. And to me, I think it's very childish. I don't find it, necessary. If you get rejected, just move on about your day and just, there's a million and one girls out here for each man. So I mean, like, there's pretty much going to be another fine, attractive woman that's going to walk by you, you're going to see. So, you know, be able to understand how things is going to go. So I want to share this video with you guys. This is like a sad case I saw really quickly to give my commentary on, but I definitely think it was necessary for us to, review together because I definitely think this is an important case. So Pete.
Right now at 5, a walking miracle. That's what the mother of a 14-year-old girl is saying this evening after her daughter survived after being shot several times by her teen boyfriend.
This happened over the weekend near 21st and Memorial Drive in Racine. That boy is charged as an adult.
Uba Ali sat down with the girl's mom, who tells us how her daughter is defying the odds.
She's just so proud to be alive.
Miranda Perales says her 14-year-old daughter, Jasleen Jones, is talking, walking, and smiling at Children's Wisconsin just 2 days after being shot several times.
She's still.
And my thing about it is this. The only thing that I could remarkably just think about this whole entire situation, like, what is the cause? Because they'll tell you it's because, she wanted to break up with him, and the problem is when you get so entangled and enwrapped in someone, you lose yourself. So by losing yourself, you go to all these extremes because you want to keep that person around. And you have to know at the end of the day, if that person just doesn't want you anymore, they don't want you anymore. Why try to fight with them if they already made that decision? You know what I mean? Just let it go.
Her spunky self. She can't wait to put on her makeup.
Investigators say Jasleen was shot in the head 3 times by her 14-year-old boyfriend when she tried to break up with him. They say the boyfriend admitted to shooting Jasleen in what he called a, quote, fit of rage.
Fit of rage is BS to me. My good guess is just that he couldn't face the rejection. I don't think that he's had the proper way of courting a woman before. So he figured, with this girlfriend that he has, his ways of making sure that he still dominates the relationship is by threatening her in the most extreme violent way by using a gun against her. And I've heard too many stories of people pulling out knives and, pulling out weapons against someone that they are attracted to, that they're in a relationship with, all just for the sake of saving a relationship. And it's just like, for what? What's the point in doing that? You're only going to make the situation worse by doing domestic violence against that person, because now they're just like, they don't feel safe and they're only staying with you to appease your emotions. So it's like, just let it go, dude.
I had no idea. No idea he had a gun.
Perales says her daughter dated the teen for more than a year. She never noticed any concerning signs.
I bought the kid Christmas presents, I mean, you never know that type of stuff until the mask is unveiled.
This is truly domestic violence at age 14. Did you ever think that was even possible?
I did not think that was possible. I did not think that was possible just because they're kids. And I didn't think evil was in kids.
You can't be that naive, especially nowadays. You can't be that naive into thinking kids are not capable of doing some very rambunctious, very extreme stuff, especially if you're raising your child on social media. What else can you find? You can find a plethora of things that's out the woodworks that kids is watching, especially when they're 14 years old. They're watching the music videos that got the guns in them, talking about they're going to clap somebody, or, they're going to kill someone, or they're going to shoot somebody for not listening. And then, it's going to be that whole entire thing of calling a woman the B word and all this other stuff because they think it's cool. They're in the impressionable stage. So the thing about it with them is they're trying to basically please somebody else before they're pleasing themselves, because this is the era in time where they're trying to get to know themselves. So they're children just growing up. But you can't be not that naive into believing, a kid is capable of anything. There was, a story that broke a couple of weeks or a month back about how a 10-year-old killed his own mother because she wouldn't buy him a VR headset. So to me, you can never let your guard down. And I understand it, but at the same time, people, adults, children, teenagers are capable of anything these days. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying you got to wear like a bulletproof vest around teenagers, something like that. I'm not saying that, but you always got to think at the end of the day, something could happen. It's just, maybe if it's a subconscious thing, you just got to be like, kids are capable of anything. They're capable of doing anything to a fellow child,
14-year-old is charged as an adult with attempted first-degree intentional homicide. Considering the trauma Jasleen went through,
She's a walking miracle.
her family is thankful her brain function wasn't impacted.
She's lost sight in one of her eyes, but the doctors told her she's going to be able to do everything that people with two eyes can do.
Jasleen will also have to live with several bullets lodged in her body, but she's taking the worst day of her life
God gave her the second chance.
and using it to
That's
speak
right.
up for those in violent relationships.
This is her new path, and I'm going to help her in every way possible.
In Wauwatosa, Uba Ali, TMJ4 News.
And my whole thing on that is, us as men, in serious manners, once you get rejected by a chick, y'all break up, just leave, bro. It's not worth, impacting somebody else's life. And then, you throwing your whole life away over women. And too many guys out here do that. They throw their life away over women. They get in jail because they might have had sex with another dude's woman, and the woman wasn't being fair to him, or just in this case, this young lady decided that she wanted to break up with him, and too many times these stories get out of control, and you in prison for what? You're gonna have a worse time in prison than you are in a free world, all because you wanted to prove something to a woman that just decided, hey, I'm not bonded with you anymore, just leave. You know what I mean? I don't want to be with you, I want to break up. So at the end of the day, fellas, take care of yourself, man. Don't do all this unnecessary stuff of harming a woman. I don't believe, you should be putting your hands on women if it's unwarranted. You know what I'm saying? If a woman didn't put her hands on you, don't put your hands on her. You know what I'm saying? That's just golden rule. But of course, now it's all a tizzy nowadays. It's different because, you do have women out here who feel like it's fine to put their hands on men. So then that becomes another conversation. But give me your thoughts in the comment section.